Hello, people. Um, for those who don't know, my name is Angie. Um, and I like to try to give advice on tactics for society and bettering the world around us. And the only way that this is going to be possible is if we all as humans cooperate with one another in a civilized manner. One of the topics that I wanted to talk about tonight is that we are all responsible for getting everything done. No one person should be, it's illogical to expect one person to be able to support themselves without any kind of assistance, even if it's somebody getting a job. Somebody who looks for a job cannot get that job without some kind of help from a manager or supervisor. We all need one another. We all need to be able to assist one another when someone comes to us for assistance, especially when it involves helping with their future and bettering themselves. We have to be there for those people. I was watching a documentary last night, and in the documentary, a man was talking about the place where they stayed was just disgustingly filthy from people who he was going into detail about like just trash everywhere, just anything you could think of. It was everywhere. And he made a statement that the janitor would only pick up a few things. We have to realize, yes, people do have positions. They are paid to take care of certain things. But even though that we do not get paid to clean up behind ourselves, it's still our responsibility to clean up behind ourselves, even if we don't do it immediately. To let stuff just sit there, that's nobody else's fault but the people that put it there. That's who is responsible. It's not just because it's somebody else's job to come behind us and clean up behind us. Technically, it's you know, there's only so much that people can do in their positions. And we as humans really need to focus on making jobs easier on workers. It's, you know, when I go out to eat, and I wipe my table down before I leave. I stack everything and I make it because I've worked as a waitress and things like that. So I know what it's like. It's very annoying to see grown people act like little children at the dinner table. It's ridiculous. And a lot of adults, I don't know what is going on. I really don't know what's going on. Can somebody please fill me in and explain to me, why are there grown men and women trying to keep up with trends of teenagers? That's ridiculous. We're not trying to go back in time. We're trying to raise the youth and set an example for the youth, for them to want to grow into and be more responsible. They should not, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to listen to the ideas about the future from the youth, but their lingo and their lifestyle is a part of their generation. That's their lifestyle. You know, there has to be some kind of division between children and adults. To me, in my opinion, that is the only kind of segregation we need, because these adults are meddling back into children's lives, and it's not working. It's not working. Children have they are the ones that's going to be improving and building and constructing society in the future. This is their world. In the future, all this belongs to them. This is their responsibility. And then they have the right to maintain this world any way that they wish to, but it's up to us to be strong enough to be better examples, so that the children can grow up and realize that adults don't act that way. Because right now, children are seeing that adults do act like children. I've seen it my whole life, and it's always gotten on my nerves. Like, even when I was a preteen, even in my pretty much all my childhood, I've always had older friends, at least 3 to 4 or 5 years older than me, or 6, 7, 8 years older than me. They've always been older, and every year I had to stop associating with adults, because see, I was mature for my age, and I had to end up stop associating with those adults because they were not progressing. They were not improving. They were staying stuck in the same place, and I was moving forward. And I just keep moving forward, you know. And I always wonder how is it that I don't see anyone else trying to grow into a mature, responsible adult. I don't see it. Not where I'm from. There are some, I'm sure, they're probably way more responsible than me, that I would never even see it. But I'm just saying, I try. And that's what we need to do. We need to keep trying. Don't give in, you know? And like I said, we can only do the best that we can. But we have to do something. We can't expect other people to be responsible for the things that we are responsible for. We are all responsible. Everyone wants to blame the president for all these murders going on, and the racism in the world, and you know, every little tragedy. People want to blame an elite person for having money and not helping us. It's not their responsibility. Just because somebody has money does not mean that they are obligated to do anything for us, especially if we have just negative attitudes. And I'm trying to show these people in society that we have to have better attitudes if we want help. If you see somebody coming up to you and they're whining and complaining about everything, but they want you to help them, and they're ungrateful for everything that you've done for them in the past, are you going to keep helping them, or are you going to tell them to leave you alone? You're going to tell them to leave you alone. You're not going to sit there and keep handing out, and they're ungrateful. We have to be more grateful for what is being done for us, because in all actuality, not everything is broadcasted. What is being done? Some people don't do things to get recognition. Some people do things in discreet ways to help people, and we don't know. And then we could end up be talking about these people that's done more for us than we could ever imagine, and we think they've done nothing for us at all. And like I said, some people are anonymous. Some people do not want the credit. You know, it's called being humble. You know, and that's what a lot of people need to realize. We are responsible. If somebody gets killed, we are responsible. All of us humans are responsible. If somebody is suffering, we are responsible to help make people feel better. We cannot sit here and sanely think that me or anyone else can do anything on their own without any kind of support, moral support, financial support, any kind of support. We cannot keep bringing people down. Every time we say something bad about somebody directly to them, we have cut our own resources short. We have prevented our own ability to progress. Every time that we say something negative about somebody that is just unnecessary, especially we don't know who they are and they haven't done anything personally to us, but we're going to sit there and talk about people, that is so childish. People, will you please stop being so childish? You know, I'm sorry for whatever has happened, whatever is going on. I am so sorry, and if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me. My name is Angie. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you need somebody to talk to, I will talk to you. If you feel like I can help. I try to help people as much as I can, to give advice, just, you know, help people get out of that negative state of mind. Because I know how it is. It's not easy. It's so not easy when things are not going the way you want them to. It's not easy. Especially when you have no support from anyone else. That is the hardest thing. And I want people to be able to be happy. And I want to be able to show people that it's simple and it's difficult at the same time. And it's something you have to really want. Everyone keeps saying they want all these killings to stop. People say they want peace. People say they want to be treated as equals. And we have to be the one. We are only responsible for setting that example. It can be so easy to get out there when you see somebody that's doing something you don't like. It's so easy to get out there and sit there and tell them that they're a terrible person. Telling someone they're a terrible person is not setting an example. That's setting an example for a terrible person to go tell another person that they're a terrible person, instead of trying to treat them like a human and explain to them that, hey, you know, this isn't really what people want to see. Who are you trying to impress? This is not going to be the way that you're going to get friends. If you want people to like you, you have to be a little more positive about the way you look at life and change your perception. If you don't want people to like you, stay the way you are. But don't go around saying you want people to like you. Don't even think that you want people to like you if you can't change your attitude, or can't even try or want to change your attitude. That's the problem, is people stop with their attitudes and they're like, they think that it's okay. They will defend that attitude to the day they die, instead of just saying, hey, you're right, we do need each other. We need every single one of these humans on earth to work together. We do. Because when one person falls, when one person is hurt, when one person is suffering, that causes suffering throughout the whole world. It does. It's a domino rally effect. One person is not being treated right, and that causes another person to not be treated right. For the people that thrive on chaos, their time is up. It's up. It's done. It's done. Anything, you know, people that have been mistreated for years are about to stop that. You know, why does this conflict need to be here? I don't know. Maybe it's a part of the process. I couldn't tell you. It's very unpleasant. That is for sure. It's very unpleasant. You know, the vision I have in my mind of the way that the world could be, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to understand that you can do anything that you want to do. You're not obligated to work these jobs that you're not happy at. If you're not happy there, Leave, find you a position, and open that position up for somebody who will be happy there. This is the problem. We're all in the wrong places right now. We are not where we belong. We are not where we need to be in life because we're all unhappy, pretty much. We can sit here and put a smile on our face or whatever, but in the end of the day, this is not satisfaction. I hope this is making sense. To me, it makes sense. It's what it's just the way that I think society, it can, I don't understand why it has to be so hard, But like I say, everything, if somebody else is not doing something that we feel that they're supposed to be doing, maybe it's because we are supposed to be the ones doing what we think other people are supposed to be doing. If there's something that's not being done and you really truly want it done, sweetie, you have to get up and do it. You have to get up and do it. Or you have to, if you feel like somebody's not saying the things that you want to hear or should be said, sweetie, you got to open your mouth. You got to say it. It's up to you. It's not up to these leaders in the world. They're not obligated to do anything that we want them to do in all actuality. They're not. They're actually doing us a favor. And they're doing the best that they can. Just like anybody else. We're all doing the best we can, right? Agreed? But the thing is that we have to do a little more action and a little less, messaging. I mean, together, speaking out and blogging together, now that's powerful. Your voice has power. These text messages and statuses and all this, it's taking away your power because you're not using your voice. You don't know how to use your voice. That attitude, this online attitude, baby, let me tell you, all these little posts about expectations of relationships and all these other little, whatever. None of that applies to anybody. It doesn't apply to anybody. That is so childish for adults to think that, I don't know. I'm just using that as an example. But what I'm trying to say is, you got to speak out. You got to open your mouth. There's nothing to be afraid of. I swear on God, there is nothing to be afraid of. I've checked, I've looked to see if there was anything to be afraid of. All these people are just all bark and no bite. So, it's up to us. We can either let these people that are not helping with society cause us to go into depression and feel suicidal, or we can speak out and realize that there is nothing to be afraid of. See, they want us to be afraid and shut down and not do anything so that they can win without having to fight us. Because if they wanted us dead, maybe they would have us dead right now. I would be dead right now. Out of all the things that I've said, I've tried it and I've tested it and I swear on everything. These people are not going to hurt us. They're not. As a matter of fact, I truly and solely believe that they are trying to help us to be able to stand up for ourselves, because we are the future. The leaders that are in power now are not going to be in power in the next 10, 15, 20 years. We are. And we have to learn how to speak out and stand up for ourselves and convey what we really want. Okay? What we really want. And you have to think about it. We say we think about the way we want the world to be every day. How do you want the world to be? I mean, it doesn't have to be that bad. It doesn't. We all have mood swings. That's natural. We're all going to get upset. I get upset every now and then myself, But a lot of that comes from suppressing how I feel and what I want to say and what I want to do. That's, you know, and it's so easy when somebody tries to disagree with us as humans to just give up and say, okay, fine, have it. Do it the way you want to do it. But they don't want to do anything anyway. They don't want us to do anything. They're not going to do anything. That's what I really want. I want everyone to listen and understand this. People talk a lot of talk, but have no intentions of walking their talk. Okay? People say that they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And those people actually don't need a lot of support. Those people probably have enough money to really do whatever they wanted to do. And they say that they're going to do it. They're not going to do anything. I would be the one to do it before they would. I promise you. Whatever I say I'm gonna do, baby. If I had the people behind me to support me, it would be done just like that. Just like that. I'm starting from scratch. I'm doing everything on my own with nothing but this little laptop that I thank God for. Okay? So that I can speak out to people instead of just sitting in this room and sulking and thinking about how the world isn't the place I want to be. And it's not. But that's why I'm not going to give up. I mean, I have nothing else to do. Instead of me just sitting here being depressed about society, at least I can put my voice out there. And for all the people that disagree with me, guess what? This video is going to be on the internet forever, and 15, 20 years from now, or maybe when I'm dead, people are going to come back and they're going to look at this and they're going to be like, hey, what happened to this girl? Why was she not president? Why was she not in charge of the world? What happened? Who prevented her from succeeding in life? Who did not support her? Who let this little girl, this young lady, this young woman, sit in her room till she died and didn't even try to help her accomplish any of her goals? Because my goals require other people's cooperation. And I do need other people to help me and support me. I know that I'm weird, people say they like different though. So if you like different, I'm your girl. That's all I'm saying. If you want things to be the same, I'm sure you'll have plenty to choose from. But if you want something different, here I am. This is where I am. I live in Montgomery, Alabama. Okay? I'm not hard to find at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it hard to find. I had nothing to hide. I tell my mother all the time, like, if I did anything, I swear to God, I want to relinquish my consequences. I want to, because that's only fair. I shouldn't be treated any different just because I have these fancy little thoughts on how I think the society should be. I do have good intentions, but if I do anything wrong, I would expect to face my consequences because that's the only way I'm going to learn what I should not do in the future. So this where I'm having a conflict, because I'm not understanding if I have done something wrong, or because nobody's telling me. Everybody says most people say everything that I do is just worth a disagreement, basically. I have a few people that tell me, I speak the truth, that I shouldn't give up, keep doing what I'm doing. I have a few people, but not anybody in my immediate life. Nobody in the city that I'm from has supported me, not one bit. And this is my current conflict right now, is because I'm trying to get these people to realize you cannot sit here and expect me to do everything. You cannot sit here and expect me to cook, clean, wash, take care of my child, maintain a job, bring in money, go to school, and manage my emotions without any kind of positive reinforcement, without any kind of support, without any kind of moral support. You know, all this negativity is killing me. It's really killing me as far as being able to go out into the world and be the person that I'm supposed to be. It's preventing me, and I can't, I'm getting to the point where I feel like I just can't do it anymore because of the negativity. I need to have positive reinforcement pretty much all the time. I need, I can do it on my own when I'm by myself. I'm great. But dealing with other people and their negative attitudes and stuff, it just tears me down. Little by little, it tears me down. And that's anybody. I'm not the type of person that, learns from tough love. If you call abuse tough love, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. Being abused doesn't work for me. It makes me come get in this bed and stay in here all day. What works for me is being treated nice, being treated like a human being, being treated like I am somebody. Because I know I am. I know I'm all these things. But, having to deal with people in my immediate life, I would be better off if I were alone in my own home somewhere, far away from a busy city. I would be able to, at least get out the house. And so, what I'm trying to say is, I do the best I can. I can only come up with all these. I can only share what I know. And I want to help the world. I want to help society. I want to help America. I want to help everyone. And I just want people to feel better so that we don't have to worry about these angry people going out and hurting other people. It's a sad situation when people can't control their emotions, but they haven't found something that gives them enough hope to know that if they were to change, everything would be okay. And I'm here to tell you that it will be okay. And I need you all. Not just some people that believe in this or some people that look like this. No, I need everyone. I need everyone to try to get along, to have good intentions. That's what I want people to understand, that you can do whatever you want to do. You're on a journey in life. You're on your own path. Sometimes you cross paths with other people. When we cross paths with other people, it's up to us to make sure that we treat people the best that we can, so that our journey in life can continue on in a positive way. Because the moment we cross paths with people and we start, letting our egos control our actions, we have just jeopardized our own journey, and we set ourselves back. You would think that setting ourselves back would give us more time, but it doesn't. It gives you less time and more work. I'm very confused because people say that they want to not have to work so hard, but they don't want to take the effort to make things easy. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready to end this duality between anything. I'm ready. I feel like, we're not going to always get along with everyone. But the way that we handle our differences is what's going to make a difference. We're all going to have differences. I posted something on Twitter a little while ago, and it said love, love, and love, but don't get too attached. Can't get upset when someone doesn't want to get attached to you. It's not their job, responsibility, obligation to be attached to you. They can love you without being next to you, without catering to you, without doing everything that you say. That, love is not a controlling thing. When you love people and people love you, they're not going to do things deliberately towards you to harm you. And, I want people to love themselves. Realize, what? Y'all are some beautiful people out here. All of y'all. To me, I see beauty in everything. Okay? I mean, as far as what I'm visualizing, what I see, it's beautiful. But then we take this beauty and just turn it into something so disgusting. And it's not fair. It's not fair to anyone. There's no need for all of this, It's one thing to have judgment when it comes to ourselves and what we like for ourselves, to judge a situation to make sure that we don't get harmed. Any other kind of judgment on appearances and things, that's just wrong. We got to stop trying to control the way people look. People can look any way they want to look. If I want to sit here and paint my face blue, baby, I can do that. This is my body. This is mine. This is all mine. This is the only thing that belongs to me on this whole planet, in this entire universe. I don't own anything else. And the same with you. That's your body. You can do with it whatever you want to do with it, except harm other people with it. Is that understood? It's not good to harm people, especially if they're trying to be a good person. I'm so sick of people trying to raise the youth to defend themselves in situations that what am I trying? Raising the youth to be a certain way so that they don't end up getting bullied. Parents are trying to raise their kids to be the cool kids so that they don't have to worry about getting picked on for being sweet, kind, and nice. And that's not right. We need to switch this shit around real quick. Real quick. We need to stop teaching children that it's okay to be violent. It's not okay. It's not cool. It ain't sexy. It don't turn nobody on. And it ain't fun either. You got these children that's turning into violent little kids, and then they're going to have the big old unhappy life that we as a society will have to deal with. And thank you for that. Our job will never be done. Appreciate it. I teach my son to love everybody. And, that's just what I do. And I swear I'm sorry I couldn't have been all of you all's mother, so that I could have raised y'all a little bit better. And no offense to these parents, I understand times were hard. Things are confusing. I almost ended up just as lost as the next person. But I stayed true to myself. And here I am. You know, people tried to change me to become a violent person. People tried to change me to become a criminal. People tried to change me to become a whore. People tried to change me to become nothing. People tried to cut off every single outlet to escape this kind of life. And here I am. I'm still trying to break away. I don't deserve to be on this side of the fence. They thought that because I was around them, that I wanted to be like them. And as soon as I opened my mouth and started speaking some truth, they cut me down. They told me I was crazy, didn't know what I was talking about. Everything I'm saying is absurd, it's stupid, doesn't make any sense, it'll never happen, forget it. I need to just, I still don't know what I need to just do, because I keep asking people, you keep saying I don't need to do this and I don't need to do that. Please, God, tell me what I need to do, because I am by lost. I'm so lost. I have the mind frame. I have the intentions, but I have no guidance to help me get to where I need to be able to reach out to people. I've been working so hard on my communication skills. I would have never been able to speak so calmly for 37 minutes like this in my entire life. I have been practicing, because I used to be a very angry person. And I have learned how to convert that anger into powerful and positive messages in the best assertive way that I know how. So, like I said, there is nobody here in this city that is supporting me in any kind of way. Every job that I seriously, honestly need to go and apply for my disability for post-traumatic stress disorder. I know this, but that's a part of post-traumatic stress disorder, is this disability is preventing me from being able to go out and reach out to people in person. And it's preventing me from getting a job. It's things that, like yelling or shouting and things like that. Like, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it anymore. And because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the one yelling. When somebody yells, my first instinct is to go off on them and yell too, and I'm tired of it. I don't want to yell anymore. I don't want to be yelled at anymore. So, I'm sorry for whatever I did. If I did deserve to be treated this way, I feel like I was mistreated. And if I did something that I deserve to be treated this way, I apologize. And I want everyone to know that I would do whatever it takes to never let whatever I did happen again. And I wish that, if I did something wrong, I want to be told so that I won't do it again. Because I don't want to hurt anyone. And it's not my intention. I know that I think differently. My attitude is different. My energy that I give is different. And, people, like I said, people tried to change me to not want to be a peaceful person. But that's not the way I roll. I don't care how I act. At the end of the day, I want peace. I don't want revenge on anyone. I don't want, I just want to be respected and treated like a human instead of some kind of diseased little animal or something. Like, yeah, I'm disease free. Yay. I thank God every day for my health. For me to be alive right now, I'm kind of in shock. I don't know how I made it. You know. So, anyway, thank you all for listening. If you want, this is a very long video, and I hope this was informational or, inspiring in any kind of way. Like I said, you can contact me. I'm here all the time, pretty much. Alright. Love y'all. Be blessed.